We continue the Women's Series event 22 here in Leicester with an all-Asian affair. China versus India this time. Zhe Xiao of the People's Republic of China up against Mahi Bosmia of India.
Outside.
Myself and Glenn Dunnant were discussing earlier on about the growth of the game
25
around the world. And we've seen some talent now from the Far East.
Outside, Mahi's won the ball.
So Mahi of India will be the one who gets us underway. This best of 7 encounter last 64. And a very methodical throw, Glenn Dunnant.
Yeah, very methodical. I was just watching the way she was practicing with the 9 practice darts before the cameras came on there. So new to me, both players. I'm not going to hide the fact that you literally have, you look at the statistics that 45. Were given. Bosmia goes in as a slight favourite based on what I've seen so far. Jeju lost their opening game to Paula Jacqueline, but fantastic experience. Was speaking to the sort of 85. Asian manager who shows them around, often travels with Mikuru Suzuki, and we know that there's 10 Asian players who have been over to the World Masters, so getting incredible experience. No doubt 41. Have that background, a soft tip, and like I said, you can't, you never lose, you learn. That's what I would be saying to players, just look at what you're getting from the game. But Boswani, I say, very deliberate. This is exactly how she was doing with the practice there, and that would make 95. It tough to play against. 18-year-old, though. Yes. Imagine if we can get an elite Indian player. I mean, it would just be unbelievable for the game.
Well, something we were discussing earlier, wasn't it, with regards to Aurora Boccasata from Italy, and seeing the growth of the game on the continent, and I was seeing it out in Asia as well. Soft tip, which has been big out in that part of the world. I'm just thinking that my times when I've been to Tokyo on a 40. Number of occasions, just going to local bars there, and you're playing somebody, not actually in the bar, but you're playing somebody in another part of Japan, and you give them a wave at the start, and they have 3 darts, you have 3 darts, and that's how the game works over there.
140.
And that's working now. That's exactly the way it's going now. There's so many online tournaments, online games now, but this will feel different. For these two, I guess they're looking around at Mikuru Suzuki. I guess they're looking at Greaves. They'll be their heroes.
180.
And what a moment on stream to get that 180.
Yeah, Mahi, 18 years of age, a student from Calcutta. Fires in the first max. And a rueful smile for Zhe Xiao. So Bosmia just reassessing her options, going upstairs now.
And expect to see the ghost throw when you're playing an Asian 22. Player. I say the only problem with the deliberateness, I mean, I was a slow player myself, is that it does gives you time to think. And we've seen some rat-a-tat games on this stream today. So, but this is the challenge, whenever someone plays Bosmia, she's put herself in a good position. She's only thrown 18 darts, and this for the first leg.
But pulled that first dart, has to go to 210s instead. It's a good guide, I want to use it. That was an excellent guide.
20.
But no reward from it.
Yes, the best leg in that win over Tracy Heppenstall in her first game. The Mahi was a 19-darter. It's round about the mid-20s where she's approaching now. She's dominated this leg.
And another excellent thrown dart, but no reward. That's better.
Game shot.
Gets it in the corner. And Marker just had to check it. Uses all of the double 10 bed, but gets it nonetheless. 1-0.
Yeah, well, sort of chat through the technique a little bit of what I've picked up after that first leg, and for Bosmia,
41.
it's the non-throwing arm I like. She uses that as her balance, so that right about now she'll feel good there. As a dart player, sometimes you'll feel a little bit out off balance, you're falling over the hockey, and I think she'll use that non-throwing arm there as a real guide
36.
to how she wants to throw the dart. Whereas for Zizou, it's almost that flick that she's doing. I mean, the follow-through is absolutely fine, but that elbow, I'll be trying to work a little bit,
60.
see how high it's sort of lifting, so she's pushing the dart through, whereas quite often you want to try and leave that elbow in the position it's in now. There's Mahi, you can see her elbow just dips slightly, so totally different style throws.
60.
But excellent technique from the Indian.
.41.
Yeah, it was the athlete from China who led off in this second leg, and already Mahi, the Indian student,
100.
already stealing the throw. We're keeping an eye on other results. Laura Turner has defeated Desiree Heel by 4 legs to 1. Gemma Hayter 3-0 up on Lainey Webb of Wales.
41.
Also wins for Lisa Ashton over Nusa Arejo of Portugal. Kirsty Viner-Kanen, 4-0 winner over Joe Andrews. Chelsea Campbell
37.
defeating Rebecca Hoyland 4-3. Vicky Proom defeated Natalie Gilbert, yet another first-round exit for Natalie Gilbert, who's been on the wrong side of many draws in the women's series over the last couple of years. And there's
59.
another one there. Paige Pauling, a 4-1 winner over Trina Gulliver. Averaging 84 in that one as well. Mahi Bosmia takes off 38, leave 160.
43.
Just a 5 added.
Yeah, I wonder what her practice. I mean, she's going to be clearly by far the best player in her region in Calcutta, isn't she? I mean, be interesting to see if there's an academy or if there's other players or what the interest is like. But it's fantastic to see Mahi
66.
and Jeju just really still waiting to settle in this match. You can just see a little bit of frustration behind that. Very direct, almost sort of she's striving for too perfect of a dart. I think she'll want to work on that rhythm as she gets a little bit older. Whereas Jeju, just that little point there, that aim, now would just make that just a little bit softer, a little bit longer.
41.
So 77 coming in for Mahi Bosmia. Still has a big advantage in this tie. Takes off 19 to leave 58. 18 will leave double top. 1 dart at double top to extend her advantage to 2-0.
37.
But once again, after 18 darts, down to a finish for Bosmia. She is dominating this game so far. She will be back. She's not watching these darts going in from Jeju.
26.
So double top coming in for Bosmia for 2-0. Had trouble at double 10 in the previous leg, and now has to go to double 5. Just giving a glance at the score and seeing what an opponent's on 1-2-6.
No score.
That one is a pull.
Yeah, notice he was looking at the scoreboard each time, which is always like she's not feeling great, but nothing coming back from GU.
64.
That last dart, however, does change this leg a little bit. Bosmia back to tops because of that last dart. Busts the score. The darts around double 10 have been closer.
Game shot.
Close, smack bang in the middle, and leads 2-0.
Well, the 18-year-old from Calcutta has had a number of darts at double and has not been successful, but still, alas, is 2-0 ahead. I think the reason for that, though, Glenn, it must be said, is her opponent, who's not been there in the scoring department, it seems, in this game.
$43.
Maybe a little bit nervous, being on the streaming board for the first time. It's a new experience because it is different on the streaming board compared to the other boards we have
36.
in this arena. A lot more lit up, a little bit warmer as well compared to other parts of this arena. And you can just see Bosmia just resettling the focus once again.
$45.
Yeah, I think it's been a worthwhile trip for Bosmia. Like I say, she came over for the World Masters and done really well.
60.
Up to the last 32. It's only 3 games away. I know, yes, it's a last 16 game. Only 3 games away from qualifying for Lakeside in the girls' event. Lost to one of the top Italians who went and got beat by Boccasato in the final.
42.
Let me tell you, in that last 32 of the World Masters, Bosmia only lost 5-4 as well. So, you know,
80.
I think she'll see the success. I think we'll see her name again.
Yeah, seeking a place in the last 32.
$45.
A lot of big names already through. There's a game going on here. Just saw at the corner of my eye between 2 big hitters, Lorraine Hyde and Robin Byrne. Lorraine Hyde 3-0 ahead right now over the Irish thrower who we
30.
saw earlier on. Noah Lynn van Leuven's carrying on the good form. 3-0 ahead right now over Tracy Heppenstall, averaging 109.
Wow.
$59.
Intriguing game, this one. An hour ago we've watched one of the great women's final, and Nolan van Leuven averaging and breaking
26.
records. But this potentially we'll be seeing Mahi Bosmia for many, many years to come. I think the occasion has just got to Jeju at the moment. She's not demonstrating her best right now.
$43.
Yeah, the athlete from People's Republic of China yet to get down to a double. Have a dart at a double.
41.
He's not putting the thrower from India under too much pressure.
Who do you think the heroes are then in the game of darts for these two? Really for Jeju, it's got him and Makuru. I was there, we were hoping for that boom when she won Lakeside. I thought the Asian players at Alexander Palace last year were one of the big successes to a
45.
brilliant competition as well. I've been following the Asian tour this year.
It's not until that you actually go out to that part of the world, as we see Mahi go on 1-2-4 here. Doesn't need to go the 14th route, so just going to set this up. But as I mentioned, Glenn, you know, until you go out to see places like Tokyo and Beijing, places I've been to when I've been covering Olympic Games, for example, and you go into these local establishments and you see the amount of dartboards that are there, the amount of players that are playing. Just what happened 20 years ago with snooker and its massive boom then for what Ding Junhui has done in that country. And now you're seeing young players coming through in the snooker world. You're going to be seeing it in the darts world. And we're talking about Luke Littler over here. You know, there's not going to be a few years from now, maybe a decade or so away, you could be seeing a Luke Littler coming from that part of the world.
I think we'll be seeing Bosmia a lot more, like I said, very
55.
measured, Beautiful double 16 there to lead this match 3-0. A game she's dominated from the first dart to that double 16. And she just see the game out. And what's impressed me more than anything is the board management and the knowledge and nous.
85.
You know, that on that 1-2-4 there, it's very easy to go 14 bull, but the opponent's way back, and you know, she certainly knows her way around the dartboard as well. I've been very, very, very impressed.
41.
Lorraine Hyde has defeated Robin Byrne by 4 legs to 1.
$95.
And coming up next on this board, we'll have either Kirsty van der Kanen will take on the winner of Katie Sheldon and Lorraine Winstanley, which is actually
22.
being played at this minute. And I believe it's 2-1 to Katie Sheldon in that game. Bosmia, 3-2-1. Takes off the 1.
$40.
That'll be a last 32 tie, our next one here on the streaming board. It'll probably be about 10-15 minutes from now at the end of this particular tie, as
45.
Kirsty's opponent is still yet to be decided.
$60.
A little look up to the heavens there. My belief is now turn that 60 into 100. Jeju just finding a range. Unfortunately, she's 3
100?
legs down is the problem of a little bit too little too late. It is different from the outside boards. The lighting is different on the stream boards. Maybe she just took a time to sort of get used to the surroundings.
60.
Yeah, Mahi down to 161. Jehu needs to find a treble.
36.
Not going to happen, so it's going to be 2 visits here at 161 for the Indian students to advance into the last 32. Treble 17, the target. 84 to go, should go back up to 20s now.
137.
Brilliant last start.
Yep, nod of a head. Very, very impressive.
$60.
It's been measured. It's been patient. It's been cultured. She's got all the characteristics as Bosmia. And she see out the game 4-0. Double 12.
$12.
Pulled inside. Zhao will stay on the 20s, but it's going to be Bosmia
45.
now to wrap up a whitewash victory against her Asian counterpart. 2 6s. Straight for it. Double 3.
$6.
Yeah, I fancied that. Doesn't look like nerves have got the better of it. Jeju, something needs to happen. And treble 18 was way off there. You can see that smile. Maybe just the occasion, maybe it's the quality. But the Indian has been the much of the better player. The winning line is there. And the Indian needs a 6.
How many times have we said that down the years? At Eden Gardens in Calcutta. But the Calcutta student needs a 6. And can't do this one in singles. Double 3.
3.
And now an opportunity here for Jehu Xiao to have a dart at a double here. Well, that's 45. That leaves 17.
Scored yet 17 left.
Checking with our marker. 1 for double 8.
Yeah, the big number will be the tricky part she's got there. The double 4.
54.
I think we're all willing that one to go in. Big number's the tough part here. Eyes on double 1.
No score.
So to get a leg on the board. Jehu Howe. 2 4s. 2 2s.
4.
So back to Mahi Bosmia with the hardest finish in darts. 1 double 1.
No score.
Yeah, I don't want to remember this game, Johnny, in a way of like the missed opportunities, or we're chatting about the averages at the end of it. It's just a shame it's sort of potentially ending like this. That's a good marker for Jeju. It just never happened from dart 1, has it? Bosmia. Actually, she's been here before. Just needs that big one to start this combination finish. Gets it. She's already hit the double 1, remember, in this game.
And now needs it again to wrap up the 4-0 victory. Madhouse.
No score.
And just pulled it underneath, so opportunity for Jehu Xiao. Double 1. And found for Jehu Xiao. Survives the whitewash and keeps the match going 3-1.
And as a dart player, then when you see the 5-0-1 for Mahi, you know, that can have like a negative effect on you because you've had all those opportunities.
40.
Can Jeju find something? Can she use that double to get her up and running?
$22.
Well, our next match on here will be Kirsty van der Kenen against Lorraine Winstanley. Lorraine's just defeated Katie Sheldon by 4 legs to 2.
Absolutely stunning. She's had a 180 already on this board.
140.
But she'll take that. She's been the better player.
$100. $45.
Just keeping abreast on all the other action going on. Kim Holden's 2-0 up on Kelly Heverson.
41.
Anastasia Bromislova 2-0 up on Lauren Salter. We also have Rhiannon O'Sullivan 2 legs ahead over Lauren Vandenberg. And Nolan van Leuven started her last 32 tie against Chelsea Campbell and has taken the first leg in that encounter.
60.
Yeah, well thrown darts there. Each dart has this real long backswing as well. Like I said, I'd just like to see a bit more rhythm into it for Bosmia. But generally,
26.
very polished performance. Not to be remembered for all those missed darts at a double. She was averaging just shy of 70 going into that.
Yes, and then had double trouble. Should be going for the bullseye here.
28.
I would have left 170 if... But so still thinking about it, Glenn.
That's impressed me. Like I say, it's her board management's been excellent. I have a feeling she's
60.
watched a lot of darts over the years.
$82.
Just inching her way towards the finish line. Jehu Xiao.
60.
No finish found. So 106 coming in here for Bosmia. 46 to go. Single 6. Found. Double top. The target. And secured. And Mahi Bosmia has defeated Zhihu Xiao of the People's Republic of China by 4 legs to 1 and advances through to the last 32.